Well, it is that time of year. It is getting cold here in Michigan. And that means it's time to look for all kinds of sources of heat for our shop, a garage, for outdoor work, camping, and other things we do in the fall. And so today I want to show you a new heater. These diesel heaters have been all the rage. They've been all over the internet and YouTube videos all over the place. And so a bunch of companies have come out with new ones. I did a video on a diesel heater by Vevor, a company a few years ago. It has gotten lots of traction. It has been a real popular video because they're very interesting little devices. Well, Vevor has come out with a new model that is even cooler. So I want to show you guys this. We'll get it fired up, test it out, and see how well this thing works. It's super portable and it looks like a lot of fun. Okay, looks like we got a accessory pack. The old model that they had was pretty clunky. It was built to be mounted on a bus or an adventure van or something like that to heat it. This is more of an all-in-one portable design, and it looks like it has everything needed to kind of plug and play. Remote, a power adapter, we got a DC converter, and then you can run it right from a battery. Here we go. All right, so here's what we have. I got it all put together. This is your exhaust, and it comes with a little insulated sleeve, and that seems to be all these hose clamps are for. I just tightened one up on each end to hold this sleeve in place, and that just helps this from burning anything this sits on, because this is meant to just kind of sit right on the ground, and so this will be real close to whatever surface you're sitting this on. It does have a silencer. This all comes apart pretty easily. This can be unscrewed and this can be unscrewed. The whole pipe comes off. This can be packed up in a small bin and taken with you camping or wherever you're going hunting, something like that. The actual heating duct, it has a quick connect on it, so you just put the duct in this little quick connect, and then this just slides on and twists into place, and then that is where your actual heat will come out. It has a little vent on the other end that you can slide, if this were inside a tent or a deer blind or a shop or garage or whatever. So this is the actual control. Once we get this powered up, this will come on. It has a couple features that you click to turn on and off, and then you dial to turn your temperature. And then on the front side here is a fuel gauge. This will tell you how much fuel is in it. This takes regular diesel fuel. On the inside you have your diesel fuel tank, which is just a basic a plastic tank. And then this is the actual controller. So there's two different things on here. The electronics, it actually has a carbon monoxide detector. So if you put this inside somewhere, don't do that. If you put this whole thing inside, you kill yourself, but the carbon monoxide will at least tell you that you're gonna die. And then this is the actual controller. And it also comes with an extension cable, so you can actually extend the remote right here. You can disconnect this, extend the remote, and this pops off, and then you can run that all the way inside your tent or your blind or whatever, and use this little remote here will come off, and you can use that to control the heater, or you can use this remote here, which is what we're gonna use today. I had to look up what this was. I thought, what is this little thing? It's a funnel. So they send you a little funnel so that you can keep that with it, and that way you don't spill fuel all over the place. So we should be pretty accurate enough to not miss that size hole, but you have a funnel anyway, and this can get packed up with your unit, and it's pretty clever, actually, pretty handy. It comes with a couple other clamps to actually mount the exhaust if you wanted to do that. This is the air intake on the side here. This is not connected directly, but as you close the lid, this will seal, and then this is where it will draw in the fresh air from outside. Usually this whole unit is sitting outside, and then all you're running inside your conditioned space, or the space that you're in, is this little heating vent right here. Let's get some fuel in here. Let's fire this thing up. I'm going to be using the regular AC adapter today, plugged into regular AC power, but I'm also going to test out a battery hookup as well. It comes with the other cable. We can hook this up to a battery, so we'll run it off of that as well. Let's get some fuel in this sucker, test it out, see what happens. So I just turned it on and set it to 80. And it's just starting up, so that clicking is the diesel heater starting to warm up. Once it gets warmer, it'll start to click faster. At least that's how the old one was anyway. I can start to hear it humming a little. The fan will start to run. It'll take a little while to prime because it's never been fired up before, so there's no fuel in the lines. It's gonna have to fill the lines, but there it goes. I heard it and I can smell it. Just fired up. It'll take a few times. A little bit of smoke. These things are so cool. You can hear a little hum. I'm anxious to see how loud this is once it's running full. I just started going full speed. So this is the actual heater. Air intake pushes air through. There's just a big fan in there. You can hear it running now. And you could camp in some cold weather with one of these. So exhaust is starting to heat up. This is warm. It's not hot to the touch. This will get really hot, but this looks like it insulates it pretty well. We got nice warm air coming out of there now. Well, it's definitely warming up the garage, but it is a pretty small heater for this big of a space. We're at 124 degree heat coming out. I removed the remote and I just have the wire run out the garage door, and I just close the garage door down on it not to pinch it. But the remote works really well. You can set this to whatever you want and just let it run. It goes all the way up to 97. That's pretty hot. For smaller spaces though, this thing will heat up really quick. It's got a good airflow. It's nice and quiet. And it's been running, I let it run for about an hour and a half out here. And it raised a few degrees out in the garage. It's a pretty big two-car garage. So it's nice having that remote lead, but you don't really need that remote lead if you have this. This works as well, and it syncs right up with that. So this will tell us it's 63 degrees outside right now, and we have the heater set at 80. So I've got this hooked up to the power source right now. Let's grab a car battery or a RV battery, whatever I have laying around here, and let's hook this up to our 12-volt battery system and see how well it works that way. I think to shut it off, we hold the power button. It has a little voice. You can turn the voice thing off, but it talks to you. It's kind of cool. So that exhaust pipe is pretty hot, but that insulation keeps it down 150, 160. So even though we turned it off, I want to leave it hooked up for a few minutes because it'll run through a cycle. It cools down the combustion chamber in there, runs the fan through everything, make sure that the internals are cooled down enough, and then it'll turn it off so you can still hear it running right now. It's working great. So I just have it running off of a small lithium iron phosphate battery that actually I haven't charged in like a year. So I'm surprised it's even running it, but this size battery I would say would run this for quite a long time. It doesn't require much power. And the great thing about diesel is diesel fuel is very energy dense. So this small little tank, I mean, this thing's, I think it runs for 13 hours or more off of just one tank. You can carry around a very small amount of fuel in something very portable like this, and you can get a ton of heat out of it. This thing is cranking out quite a bit of heat. It's running nice and quiet. So I took the remote, the long cord off and put the remote back on the side of it. I really like this this exhaust with this insulator on here. This is on a table, wooden table with paint on. I wouldn't trust this to leave it unattended, but just to test it, I can put my hand on this exhaust and it's not burning me. With our little battery hooked up, this is completely portable, so Got a little remote handle on top. You can carry this around with you. This could go on a tractor cab, keep a tractor warm if you don't have heat in it. If you have a golf cart that's enclosed, or any kind of ATV or something like that, this could go in the back, and then you could just run this in the cab and run it right off the 12-volt system. Tons of options for this. This is probably even better than a propane heater at a pop-up camper or something, I would say. Let's shut it down. Hold the power button. And it says stop heating. We'll let that cool off. And then the exhaust is very easy to detach, as well as the heat here, the heat pipe. Not bad, all packed in. It's about the size of a good sized toolbox with the accessory bin here. I could get a bigger bin and put the exhaust pipe in there too, but that's fine to carry separately. So I love testing out things like this that are just going to be super useful. I do a lot of work out and around the homestead, and it's cold here in Michigan in the wintertime. And so whether this is used to heat a shop, a camper, a tent, a temporary workspace, a crawl space if you're working on a construction site, all those types of things, it's a real nice, quiet, efficient, easy to carry little heaters. I think I'm gonna be happy with this. Vevor has been a brand I've worked with on many collaborations, and I've used a lot of their stuff, and I've had very good luck with everything that I've gotten from them. Check out the Toolbox heater over on Vevor. I'll put a link in the description, as well as a comment and any discount codes or anything that they will offer to my audience, to you guys, and check it out for yourself. What do you guys think of these diesel heaters? Have you seen them around on YouTube and TikTok and other places? And what do you think? Is this the kind of the new wave of portable personal heaters? I'd love to hear what you guys think. As always, we'll see you next time.